Tell me about yourself. Did you just forget your name and everything that you know about yourself by just the sound of that question? Tell me about yourself. Don't worry. Today we are going to put an end to that issue. Let's move ahead to the video. So, tell me about yourself. Even though we know us the best, even though we know everything about us, we still consider this question as a nightmare. It's still a nightmare for most of us. So why do you think this is? Why do you think this question is still a nightmare for us? I think it's because we don't know the kind of information that the interviewer is expecting us to give them. Right? I think we know too much about us. Maybe that is the issue that we are facing. We don't know what information that we are supposed to provide this particular interviewer who is sitting in front of us. So, what is the kind of information that we are supposed to provide this person? Before I tell you what is the information that we are going to provide the interviewer, let me give you two important rules that we have to keep in mind before answering this question. Rule number one, don't tell them about your personal stories or your family life. I repeat again, do not tell them about your personal life or your family life. They really don't need such information. It's going to be an unwanted information for them. So here you are supposed to tell them about your qualification, your experience, and why you are fit for this particular position that you have applied for. Rule number two, do tell them a story. So you must be wondering, this lady just told you not to tell them stories. But here I'm telling you about your professional work story. Okay? Don't tell them your personal stories or your family stories, but do tell them about your professional work story. Here, the professional work story that I'm meaning is where you have worked in the past, what kind of responsibilities that you have held, etc., etc. I'll come back to that while discussing about how to answer this question. As the second rule here states, I want you to start telling your work story. So where do you start? You can start by talking about your earliest job. That means the first job that you held. If you have done a second, you can talk about the second job you have held, and that goes from the earliest to the latest. For example, if you are applying for the position of an accounts executive, how will your professional story be? You will start off by saying, I started off my career 5 years ago with so and so company. You can mention the name of the company there, ABC company, XYZ company, the name of the company, where I was responsible for overall accounts duties, budgeting, forecasting, etc. So repeat the same process with every company you have worked for. But what if you are a fresher? You may not really have a professional work story to tell your interviewer. In that case, you can tell them your educational story. Example, I did my schooling in so and so place where I was active in both curricular and extracurricular activities. I have participated in inter-school competitions and won many prizes. And then I did my graduation, mention it, BCom. For example, you can say I did my BCom from MD University and PG from the same, and then move on. And I consider myself as a hardworking and self-motivated person. So now we have already told the interviewer about our experiences or maybe our educational qualifications, etc. Let's look how to acknowledge your interviewer why you are best fit for this position. You can say, I understand that for this position of accounts manager that you are hiring for, you're looking for someone with strong process improvement skills, and I'm confident that my background and experience, particularly in the fields of accounts, will help me succeed in the role. In case you are a fresher, you can say, I understand that for this position of accounts executive, you're looking for an organized and dedicated person. I'm confident that I will be able to succeed in this role. You can end your answer by just saying thank you to your interviewer. So with this, we are coming to the end of this video. I'm sure you must have got a clear idea about how to answer this question. So with another interesting video, I will meet you guys next time. Until then, bye-bye.